All right. I'm so excited to be here tonight because I'm going to be talking about a serious subject matter. Listen, I know you've all heard about the recent taking of the life of Jamie, who was the manager at the McDonald's in Eastpointe, Michigan. So I have a question for you all tonight. Who's going to raise those 6 children? And according to grandparent.com, 61% of grandparents are caregivers, take care or sit their grandchildren, and 12% are the primary caregivers. What I have not heard is something about a grandparent, but I do know that their father is incarcerated. That's 6 children, and the eldest is 20 years old. My goodness, I hope she doesn't end up raising those children. I know she's going to play a huge role, a huge part, because she's a spokesperson, and that young lady is intelligent and she is caring, and she's going to make sure that her siblings are well taken care of. Now, how do we as a community embrace this horrific incident has occurred? These children need nurturing, they need finances, they need hope, and they're going to need some counseling as well. And I hope these services will be provided for them. When a parent is lost, you don't have your mother with you and your younger baby. And some of the children won't understand, and they're probably too young to understand what has just happened to their mom. All they know is that their mom is not there anymore. This woman took care of her family financially, raised them and put a roof over their head and kept them safe. But this is very troubling. I didn't hear anything about a grandparent. There's possibly a grandparent in the picture because in the video clips it shows another elderly woman standing beside the oldest child, who's 20 years old again. I want you to think about that and comment in the comment section. Make sure you put in whether or not you believe who's going to take care of the children, and if you're close to them, if you're a neighbor, please reach out. I know there may be a fund or something out there, but please look out for these children. I also want to hear from you. If you're a senior, if you're a grandparent who is raising grandchildren, what does it take to raise grandchildren? What is that like? Is it burdensome? Is it something that you enjoy, or is it something that you struggle with? Because there's also a statistic that shows that a lot of grandparents who are raising grandchildren are impoverished themselves. How does that flow into the plan? And you've got 6 grandchildren to take care of. What does it take financially? What does it take mentally? And what does it take emotionally? Because if you're the grandparent raising the grandchildren, you have your own set of struggles. And hopefully you're in good health if you find yourself falling in this capacity. In fact, I can share a story about my auntie who has raised 3, not just 1 or 2, but she's raised 3 of her grandchildren, her granddaughters, from almost the cradle to now they're in college, attending college, and she's done a tremendous job. She's 85 years old now, and in her life, what I see, and I've watched her navigate her own personal life. She has taken care of herself physically, and she has taken care of the financial matters in her life. Yes, of course, she can use some additional money and some additional funds, but she is still growing and thriving, and she's very active in the community, and she's well connected to an organization that supports her and her life as well. So I hope that if these 6 grandchildren are going to be raised by a grandparent, I would want them to be raised by someone like my auntie, even at 85. So there is hope. There is hope for these young children. And I know that, you know, we don't know why things happen in life. And I'll tell you this one last thought. You better believe at least one, two, or three of them, and maybe all of them, are going to end up being role models. They're going to have a story to tell one day about how they lost their mother and what it did to their lives. We're going to hear some fantastic, some amazing stories and amazing testimonies of these children who have been left without their mother. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.